Hey guys, Duffman here.
And I'm Caesar, and together we are STL7 Productions. Today, what we are bringing to you is the start of our NHL 2021 head to head franchise, where we will compete in continued franchises that extend longer than the first year.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna um, each do a fantasy draft where if one of the other if the other person takes a player, then you are not allowed to draft that player anymore. He is not eligible for your team, so it's almost like we're drafting against an extra team on each of our drafts. We're gonna play first to two Stanley Cups wins. We'll do each episode will be Um, both of our videos following us through the seasons. First one to two Stanley Cups takes it home. All right. So Caesar, I'm gonna start randomizing the team here. Let me know when to stop.
All right, stop.
Gonna be the Arizona Coyotes.
All right. Team that definitely trying to bring a team that hasn't enjoyed too much recent success, a little bit of glory here.
And a team I have not ever used in franchise mode, I don't believe.
No, neither have I. They haven't really been too relevant since the era of Shane Doan and those guys, so it's been a while.
All right, for the settings here, we're gonna do fantasy draft on, salary cap on, CPU trades on. We're gonna make sure that player morale and fog of war is off, and definitely no head coach editing our lines. All right, guys, we're just going to show you our settings real quick before we jump into the draft. Quick settings here. We got injuries off, period length 20 minutes. Fantasy draft is on. Turned off cap penalties and autosave. Got CPU trades on, difficulty superstar. Not sure that affects anything with the sim, but just in case. We're going to go with classic draft pick ownership just to make sure that everything's the same. Salary cap's going to stay on. Trade difficulty, we're going to go with medium this time. Waivers off. Fog of War off. And auto scouting is going to stay on for both of us. We'll hop over to advanced settings. We don't want our head coaches editing any of our lines. Auto rotate goalies on. Sim engine scoring is going to be high. We're not going to mess around with the draft class quality for this first challenge here. Overtime points are all going to stay the same, and we'll leave the notifications on in case any big trades go down or head coaches get fired, stuff like that. And we'll get into the fantasy draft. You ready to start?
All right, I'm ready.
All right, keep salary cap on and hop in.
Yep, loading a screen right now. It's taking a minute because surprised that I'm trying to be the Coyotes.
All right, I'm going to start randomizing. Let me know when to stop, and then we'll both end up with the same draft pick.
All right, stop.
Give me a second, I can't find it. Pick 11.
All right, take it. That's a pretty nice pick.
All right, and so when you get yourself there, go ahead and start the draft.
All right. So who's picking first here?
I'll go ahead and give you the first pick here, and I'll pick first in the second round. So remember, guys,
All right.
whoever he picks here is drops off of my board. So it's going to be very interesting how the other person will affect what we do on ours.
All right, man. Just debating a couple of talented youngsters here versus cap hit here. Obviously, you always look at Austin Matthews, and then you look at that contract and wonder if you want to be paying 11 million for the next 4 years.
Yeah, the cap's going to be much different now with this being a multi-year franchise.
Yeah, all of a sudden that matters quite a bit more. With the first pick here in the draft, we are going to go with Pedersen.
Okay.
I know I got to re-sign him next year, but I am banking that I can re-sign him for less than 11 million.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so people will see who I had highlighted on my screen, debating between him and him. Um, I think I'm gonna go with Mikko Rantanen.
Okay, yeah, that was someone I was looking at as well.
All right, round two. I'm gonna take a risk here. I went with John Gibson.
Okay. That is, certainly an understandable pick there. Getting that goalie locked down early. I think I'm digging kind of deep here, and I think this is going to give you a little bit of insight into what I may be thinking here. But with my second pick, I'm going to go with Sergachev.
I keep coming back to this, but I'm not sure that makes sense.
Can't help you too much there, man.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to go with Bo Horvat.
Okay. That was actually someone I was considering here. So that makes this pick a little bit easier. I am going to go with Carter Hart.
Okay.
So here on
What's his
Caesar's
overall?
Coyotes, 86.
Okay.
We are going with the young guns here so far. All right, so with our pick here, I am going to go with Raquel.
Okay. I'm going to go with Josh Morrissey.
All right. I am going to go with Colton Parayko.
Okay. I'm going to go with
The Blues Blue Line.
Anthony Mantha.
Okay. I'm surprised he had made it that long for you.
I think we're going to go with one of these two. I'm going with Shane Gostisbehere.
Okay. That definitely makes this pick a little bit easier because that was someone I was definitely keeping in mind on mine. All right, I am going to go Victor Arvidsson.
I was just looking at him.
Love that contract. The length is great. It was definitely time to add a good value player here. So
I'm going to go with Kevin Shattenkirk.
okay. Can definitely respect that pick there. I am going to go ahead and select Justin Falk. I know he's a little controversial here in St. Louis because some fans feel like re-signing him prevented us from getting or re-signing Pietrangelo, but with those years, the age and the contract is just a good value, I feel like, at that state of the game.
For sure.
I'm going to go with Riley Smith.
Okay. I'm going to go a little off the board and go Eric Stahl.
Okay. Because I'm going to go with David Krejci.
I'm going to take Zach Hyman.
You and Zach Hyman.
I think he's really underrated. I think he's gets buried by the Big Four in Toronto. I think he's a lot better player than most people give him credit for.
And that's fair. I'm just not sure how that equates to his rating in this game, if they give him some kind of credit for that or not.
I think his rating's probably fair compared to what they give other people, but I think in real life he gets less coverage than he should. I'm going to go with Nikita Gusev.
I am going to go with Tyler Toffoli.
I'm going to go with Braden McNabb.
Okay. Can definitely respect that there. I am going to go with Charlie Coyle here.
Okay.
I like that big strong center on that third line. Really be able to
Hey, I like Coyle in this game.
hold his own. Yeah, I think for me it's pretty clear based on who's left and based on the contract. I'm gonna go Nikita Zaitsev.
Nikita Zaitsev.
Yeah, 82 overall, two-way defenseman. About $4 million on the cap hit.
Nice. I am going to go with Cale Yarncroc.
Okay. Another guy that frequents the Duffman teams here. With this selection, I'm going to go with Alex Killorn.
All right, I'm going to go with Chara.
I'm going
to go with
something hard to predict.
Kyle Turris.
All right. I am going to go with a Caesar favorite at this point in the draft and go with Donskoy.
That is not who I thought you were going to say.
Not Simmons yet.
All right. I'm going to go with Justin Hall. Holl,
Okay.
not Hall.
Yeah, I saw him in there. Well, I cannot believe that he's made it this long, but I'm going to go Nick Foligno. I am going to go with Brian Dumoulin.
All right. Then I am drafting Nick Bonino.
With their 17th overall selection, Caesars Arizona Coyotes are selecting Wayne Simmons.
I'm going to go ahead and take Michael Frolik. I am going to go with Keith Kincaid, backup goalie.
I'm going to go with Mikko Koivu.
I am going to go with Carl Soderberg. Zach Parise is still there on mine. You could have that $7.5 million.
As tempting as that is, I'm going to go with Alex Goligoski.
Not who I expected you to go with.
So I'm going to go Mike Smith.
Not a bad option.
No. I mean, a one-year solution, but a solution nonetheless.
All right, then I'm going to go with Valtteri Filppula for my last pick.
All right, and then we're simming the rest of the draft, correct?
Yep, the rest of the draft is simmed. Whatever you get, you get. I think what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to head out. We'll come back in the next video, show you the finished lines, and then get into the sim. If you think Caesar's team is going to come out with the most Stanley Cups at the end of this, let us know. If you think Duffman's going to come out ahead, let us know.
All right. Well, sounds great. It's been a pleasure again here, Duffman. Love these head-to-heads. No matter who wins here, it's always a blast. So I appreciate you being part of this, and I look forward to these continued series.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys, and we'll hopefully have the next video out next week.